Hi, I'm Dr. Dendy Engelman. I'm a New York City dermatologist, and I'm here today in my Upper East Side office to talk to you about some of the common skincare concerns that I see every day with my patients. Brittany, Dr. Dendy's ready for you. Hi, how are you? I'm Dendy Engelman. Nice to meet you.
I'm Brittany. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Brittany. All right, so tell me how I can be helpful to you.
So I'm dealing with some oily skin, and I really want to know how to combat that.
Okay. Is it predominantly all over or through the T-zone or?
All over, both
Okay.
T and U.
Okay. So one of the main causes of oily skin is just your genetics, that you have a higher density of sebaceous glands, which are the oil glands in the skin, and they're doing a great job producing sebum, which is the oil in our skin, and that is a natural way that our skin stays hydrated and keeps bad things out and good things like water and hydration in. So Brittany, walk me through what you're using at home.
So for the day, I'm usually using like Youth to the People in the morning.
Okay.
Their age prevention cleanser. I find it to be really light.
Okay, great.
And then SPF.
Good.
And on days where I feel a little puffy, I'll do the caffeine from the INQ list under my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then at night, I tend to use glycolic acid as a toner. And the deep moisture cream from Youth to the People list.
Great. Perfect. So this is really helpful. I like that you're using a gentle cleanser. A lot of people who have oily skin feel like they really need to scrub and beat their skin up and really try to get everything off and leave it squeaky clean so it doesn't feel like there's any oil left on the skin. And that's actually not a healthy state for our skin to live in. We have a lot of microbes that live on the skin, and that's called the microbiome. And that microenvironment is very important. We don't want to disrupt that. So if we're stripping the skin down of all of the natural oils and all of the organisms that live on the skin, we're actually rendering it in a much more sensitive state. And the potential is you can break out more, you can get super infections, you can be red and irritated. It can make anybody who has rosacea much worse. So we want to do a gentle cleanser. So that's great. I love very much as a dermatologist that you're wearing sunscreen every day. I commend you for that. Caffeine-containing products around the eye are great. They are temporarily vasoconstrictive, meaning they're going to take the vascularity that's underneath the eye and make it smaller, so that depuffs the skin and it makes the dark circles look better temporarily, but it still works as a trick. And I love glycolic acid. It's an alpha hydroxy acid. I think it's great as a toner. It helps to naturally exfoliate the skin without using something that's very aggressive, like a physical exfoliant or a cleansing brush. And this is a way to dissolve away some of the extra keratin and the cells on the surface of the skin that haven't yet released, but are keeping our skin potentially clogged or looking dull. And then I like a gentle moisturizer as well. This is a nice one. It doesn't have a lot of actives in it, but it really helps to hydrate the skin and keep you from dehydrating overnight. So I think you're doing some great things. I think we can add in just a little bit more in order to help minimize the pore clogging and also minimize the oil production so that you are feeling like your skin is exactly where you want it to be. So Brittany, for your oily skin, I want to just adjust a few things. I'm just going to add in 2 other products. So I'm going to get those for you and talk about how and when to use them. So this is B5 Hydrating Gel, and it's a hyaluronic acid from SkinCeuticals that I really like. Sometimes it's just the vehicle or the consistency of our moisturizer that can actually be contributing to the oily skin. And so if we're feeling like our skin doesn't need extra oil, and we know in your case, your body is doing a great job hydrating itself, then we might want to switch from a cream base to more of a gel consistency. And this is very light, it's very hydrating, it's going to plump the skin and combat water loss through the skin, which is the role of a moisturizer, but it's not going to cause any additional oil production, nor is it going to clog the pores and potentially add to the congestion. In addition, I also want to start you on 0.5% retinol from SkinCeuticals. That will be great for helping to open up these pores, help to minimize the sebaceous output from those oil glands. And really, I think over time, you'll see not only will your skin texture improve, but skin tone. It's good at lightening up some hyperpigmentation from previous breakouts. and it's going to do a great job at improving the overall quality of your skin, but hopefully it won't be too drying because we're going to start on the lower level of that. So now let's review. I know that was a lot of information. Let's review how and when to use what, okay? So we're going to cleanse in the morning, and then I want to follow with the glycolic toner, okay? And then you will use your sunscreen. If you feel like you needed a little extra hydration, you can use the B5 hydrating gel.
Okay.
And then certainly you can use your eye cream in the morning if you feel puffy. We are going to table this for a bit just because I feel like the consistency is a little thick, especially since it's not the dead of winter where it's so dry. And so at night you'll cleanse again. We won't tone again, but then you'll add in the retinol, and then you can hydrate again on top of the B5 hydrating gel. So this will be twice a day, and you'll just substitute that instead of your cream hydrator for at night. So I know that was a lot of information. We will write it all down so you make sure you have all your steps in place. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, thank you so much for your help.
Of course, happy to help you, and I'll see you back in 8 weeks, and we'll make sure that everything is looking great, and if not, we'll discuss other options. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching Skincare.com. Please stay tuned for the next episode. There's lots to come.